Yeah, that's a good question. So one of the audience members asked, can there be links between private and public social networks? And that's a great topic actually for a whole other
Yes.
presentation. But just in a nutshell, absolutely. There are different, just as there are different goals that your association has, attracting new members, keeping existing members, and so on, there are different kinds of social media, and each one of them can be employed to affect a particular goal or to achieve a particular goal. And I mean, it's one of the things we talk about when we talk about really planning carefully for success, is thinking about the goals that you have and making sure that your implementation is perfectly in line with those goals. So, external social media, things like Facebook that you don't have that much control over and whatnot, is a very nice way to make to create a presence for your association, so that people who are not members of your association, for example, know about you. It's a great way to reach out. It's an excellent exposure tool.
It's a good way to participate in public policy. Again, if your association has a desire, or your members have a desire to influence legislation,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. When people are there, though, it's also an excellent place to say to them, and Bob's talking about linkages, to say to them, by the way, for in-depth, real connection in this association, you need to join our association, and you get basically invited into the inner circle here. I'm talking about your private social network now, and that's a lovely way, to facilitate the goals of both of them by creating a linkage between them. But there are many, many examples of that. That's a great question.
Right,
Yeah.
and I think that, so I mean, it kind of goes to the question of, what can an association live with just Facebook or just LinkedIn? Why do we even have to talk about things like private social networks? And I think that the answer comes to what you were saying, is that these different social media platforms have different capabilities. Facebook is good because it has a huge audience. It has a huge outreach capability. Facebook is not actually particularly good as a place to accumulate resources, content. It's not a place to have
it's not built for that.
documents. It's not built for that. It doesn't have the organizational mechanisms. So again, when we come back and say, what are the primary purposes of the association as far as your members are concerned? Again, it's access to specialized knowledge and information. Well, again, Facebook's not necessarily the best way to do that. And in fact, there aren't any public social networks which are really geared towards that kind of stuff. So there are platforms like AssociCom in that case. This is an area where we think that we do a really good job. We do a really good job of providing a way to accumulate content, organize content, and do what is called social curation on it, so that you can build up a body of knowledge that is incredibly valuable for your members. So that's what it comes down to, is that
The right tool for the right job.
tool for the right job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.